Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Yes, your eyes do not fool you. We have the one and only April Crosley with us today. How you doing, April?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So episode number 2, I want to go back to a phrase you mentioned in episode 1, because I think we need to hit it again. I think people hear it and they go, I get it, but I don't think they get it. And that is the difference between a wealth mindset and a poverty mindset. So what does that mean to you, and how do you help people kind of evolve? Because I think a lot of people don't get it.
Yeah, I think how I help people evolve is just via my story. I tell people all the time, I grew up in your typical middle-class family, but with a poverty mindset. So around people who hated wealth, hated rich people are evil. Wealthy people just like are always trying to scam you and do bad things. That was like ingrained in my mind the entire time I was growing up. And then as I got into real estate investing, I started to be around wealthy people. And I was like, wow, these people are really nice, but maybe they really are trying to rip me off. Like,
yeah,
it's not like it just goes away like overnight. Yeah. You have to work at it, like reading books and journaling and talking and being honest with yourself about, okay, like, am I hating on this for no reason, just because like I have like a poverty mindset? And I just found the more books I read and the more, positive people I followed and wealthy people I followed, I was like, wow, who's really doing amazing, huge things for nonprofits and charities and making a difference in the world? People that have more money than what they need. So now they can use all their excess money and give. It's like when people ask like, well, why do you coach and do you actually buy real estate? I just tell people flat out, I'm like, listen, you don't have to coach with me. I don't really care. Like, I'm literally doing this just to help. Like, I'm good. I own real estate. I flip houses. We wholesale. Don't trust me when I tell you, it's not about the money. I value my time. I'm giving my time to help other people grow wealth and change their mindset. But I see a lot of people that come from similar situations I came from, where they don't realize it, but their family or their partner or whomever is holding them back by just saying like negative things about wealth. Like, you're all about money. And, oh, so these are your new friends now and they all buy real estate. So now you think you're cool and you're all about money. And it's like, no, I actually want to help more people. Like, I don't want my family to ever have to go into a crappy nursing home. Like, I want to be able to pay for the best of the best care. If that means bringing in people to their home or paying for the swankiest facility out there. And I want to help people that outside of my family that just don't come from wealth or a wealthy background, and just to like help them so they can have better. So I just feel like if you really stop and you look and you think about the people in your life that have a wealth mindset and the people in your life that are living paycheck to paycheck and making those negative comments, who's having a greater impact on society? And it's typically the people. I'm not saying that you have to be wealthy to have a positive mindset. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that typically the people that are growing wealth and have a positive wealth growing mindset are making a larger impact on their communities and all the people around them, Can I give you an example?
Please.
Like, we just got done Christmas, right? So we buy Christmas gifts for everyone in our family. Like, does anyone in my family need Christmas gifts? No. Like, I can't stand the whole giving of Christmas gifts. I can't. So this year I'm like, I'm doing something different, inspired by my friend Adrian Nez, who is amazing. He passed away this past year at age 45, left behind 3 small children. He was a gigantic go-giver. And so I did the $100 bill challenge with everyone in my family. So I gave them a book that I specifically picked out for each person in my family. Gave them a book and I stuck a $100 bill inside, and I just wrote inside the book, welcome to the $100 bill challenge. I picked out this book just for you, but the $100 bill you have to give away. You have to give it away by January 1st to someone in need, or like someone's life that you feel you can have an impact on, but it can't be anyone you know. It has to be a complete stranger. And everyone received it pretty positively, but it's kind of like a defining moment, one, to see people's reactions and how it like makes them feel, which I think is like the greatest gift you can give someone, is like, how are you making them feel? And are you really lifting them up? Like, and now they're like, wow, this was such a cool thing to do. Then they're going to take that $100 bill and give it to whomever. I don't care if it's someone on the street. I don't care if it's someone in the grocery store. I don't care if it's a charity. I don't care. But then that person's going to be like, wow, I can't believe you did this for me. And guess what that person's going to do? Go give it to someone else. So it's not about hoarding money and having as much money as possible. It's about just putting that giving mindset first. Okay. And that like growth mindset first. So grow wealth, change lives. That's my whole tagline. Like, you really want to change the world and change people's lives, teach them how to grow wealth.
Grow wealth, change lives.
Yeah.
I like
and
that.
Teach them how to give.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny. You talked about the friends there at the beginning, and it's something that I'm kind of playing with right now. I'm using something called spectators and players, right? Think about a baseball game or basketball or football, right? There's so few people on the field.
Yeah.
And there's, I don't know, 10 to 1, 100 to 1, 1,000 to 1 in the stands. I don't know what what the ratio is in real estate, but lots of people want to talk about it. They're interested in it, but they have a set of friends that if they get off the stand and go to the floor to practice, right, do the work, do the, calculations, all of that, their friends are going to make fun of them, right? Oh, you're changing, you're this, that. Some of you all need to change your friends. Your friends suck.
Yeah.
Go get some new friends that are interested in doing the work. Because again, the whole deal about being a player is you don't have to get a deal. You're not a player once you get your first rental house. You're a player when you make the decision to get out of the stands and you do the freaking work. You practice. You walk some property, you grow your network, you go to a meetup, whatever it is. I can't tell you how many people I run into that they just need to flat out change their friends. It's kind of scary.
And I think you and I have had this conversation before, because we both transitioned from like a W-2 into real estate full time. And people don't like to talk about it being lonely. So I tell people it's freaking lonely. Get yourself in coaching, get yourself in a mastermind group, go to events where you can meet people that are into what you're into, because you are going to lose a lot of your friends. It's not, you're shedding. It's okay. Like, people are meant to come into your life for a period of time. Okay. And they're there for you during that period of time. It's okay to let go, or it's okay to stay in touch with them, but at a distance, and have new friends that you're like closer with that have the same goals that you have. But no one really coaches or talks about that. Kind of like, they're all just like, oh yeah, you're going to leave your W-2. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, yeah, there's also like a big period of kind of like weirdness and like depression and like just trying to find new friends. I still remember, because it was the only time. I'm generally a positive person, like glass half full guy, but the only time I got depressed was like, so I was happy for the first 2 days, right? You call everybody on your phone saying you quit. Your face hurts from smiling. Yeah. And then for like the next 3 weeks, I was more depressed each day, because my identity, my being was all made up in being the best of the best at what I did. And April, it was freaking scary. I almost got a job because I needed to get my identity back. It was frightening. Yeah. You just want like that camaraderie. But I think now, like, I try to tell people, just, you can find that, but you have to like join a mastermind group, join coaching, like find those real estate network. Yes. And a lot of times, like when you're in a W-2 or you're just going through your high school life or whatever, you're not seeking it.
It's just bouncing around.
Those people. Yeah. Then when you get to this point, you're like, okay, I actually have to seek that out. I mean, there's tons of articles you can read out there about entrepreneurial depression and just how like, we're building our own businesses. So we tend to like, I'm in my office all day in my own world. And then it's like, okay, but you need that balance, like you need friends and human connection too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Folks, you need to be following April Crosley. April, how can they do that?
They can follow me on YouTube, April Crosley, and they can reach me via email, april@lazygirlrei.com.
Thank you very much.